everybody, I'm Jane and welcome to our YouTube channel. Usually we talk about how English teachers can realize their potential and expand professional horizons. But today we are going to bring up another topic that's going to be interesting for those who are trying to become ESL teachers. So today we are going to talk about how you can become an ESL teacher without a degree. But before we start, let me remind you that this video is made for international certification. If you want to know more about us, go to our website TEFL TESOL certification.com. So in this video, I will tell you everything that you need to know in order to become an ESL teacher. Of course, we are going to talk about some certificates, international exams that can help you to get some particular knowledge about teaching English as a second language. Of course, I will recommend you some countries where you can find a job even if you have no degree at all. And of course, we are going to talk about teaching online, and I'm going to recommend you some companies where you can get a job without a degree. Sounds good? Let's get started. People tend to think that lack of education can ruin all possible career opportunities and spoil the whole life. However, such a twist of events was true about 20 years ago, but now, thanks to advanced technology and human curiosity, even non-degree holders can succeed and realize their potential. However, there is only one thing that must be taken into account. You must be special. And it doesn't mean that you must be good at everything that you do. However, you should find your strength and use it wisely in order to offset your weaknesses, especially if you have no degree. Teaching English is more than just vocabulary games and grammar rules. You should understand what you are good at and whether you are going to teach general English or exam preparation. Because having a diploma doesn't make you a professional, but extra knowledge does. So having a degree in any subject except translation, linguistics, and teaching doesn't mean so much, because if you want to teach English, you are going to work with different people of different nationalities, genders, and even ages. And because of that, teaching English as a second language covers a lot of different things that must be taken into account. So you should know such things that can simplify language acquisition and maintain students' motivation. That's why previous experience, professional accomplishments, and constant studying are way more important than a bachelor's degree. As we mentioned, a college degree doesn't provide you with the necessary information on how to teach English. Despite that fact, having a degree is required by most employers around the world. So we don't promise that getting a job without an education will be easy. However, it's quite possible. So there are a few reasons why some companies and countries have such strict requirements. First of all, countries need a reason for giving you a work visa. Otherwise, you're a traveler and can't work legally. On the other hand, some colleges and even high schools stick to the same idea about education just because of public opinion. Like, how is it possible to have uneducated staff in a state institution? I know it sounds unfair, but it's true. Thankfully, we have different ways how even non-degree holders can get a job, because some countries consider education is preferred but not required, and thankfully, online education is so popular, so there is a constant lack of good teachers. So I highly recommend you to keep focus on your strength and things that you can improve for a short time. For example, your personal traits, qualification, and knowledge of the language. So don't underestimate your personal qualities, because they can make a lasting impression on potential employers. And I know that professional accomplishments play the important role in getting a job, however, it's not everything. When it comes to teaching children, a lot of schools pay attention to a sense of humor, positive thinking, and patience. And it's highly unlikely they choose a sensible, high-qualified tutor instead of a sensitive newcomer. Also, if you are not ready to boast any accomplishments, just let an employer know that you are a hard worker and ready to be trained. And keep in mind that all previous work experience might be useful and relate to teaching. Teaching English as a second language implies qualification to teach people with different purposes and motivation. It unfolds a lot of secrets and methods how to teach receptive and productive skills. There isn't the only opinion about what is the most appropriate and valuable course because all of them are different and useful. And by the way, they will help not only teachers from non-English speaking countries but also native speakers as well because as we said, perfect knowledge of the language isn't enough to become a good teacher. Let's start with TET certification or teaching knowledge test. And it has 3 modules about students' language background, classroom management, and lesson planning. Also, you can pass all modules at once or take them in different months. And thanks to remote studying, you can decide whether you are ready to go to a local center or do that online. And also, each module costs about £40 and it doesn't require a high level of the language or previous teaching experience. This test provides you with tricky questions and situations that might happen in your language class. However, despite the fact that this certificate from Cambridge English is recognized in more than 60 countries in the world, it's considered as the beginning of teaching path, and it provides neither getting feedback about your lessons nor getting practice. When it comes to CELTA, it provides a lot of information regarding such things like teaching all skills in English, relevant materials for adults, making effective lesson plans, students' mistakes analysis, and providing positive feedback. Due to the pandemic situation, there is a chance to enroll in the course and study online, and a typical price for a course is something like $1,500, and it is said that the course doesn't require some special knowledge or previous teaching experience and high level of the language. However, people prove the opposite. For example, a trainee must go through an interview to show perfect and fluent English. That's why people with upper intermediate level of English might struggle to do that. So a candidate must have proficiency level of English to understand the course. Usually high qualified English tutors take this course to improve their skills. Needless to say that this certificate is highly respected around the world. TEFL or TESOL courses are pretty similar. That's why people usually take them at once. So usually it suits beginner English teachers with intermediate level or higher who are not ready to pay so much. And that's why TEFL TESOL course usually costs something between $400 or $800. It depends on the course duration. For example, 120 hours of studying is enough amount of time to get involved in the teaching process. TEFL TESOL course includes information about teaching adults, children, and even teenagers. Also, it implies the necessary information about how to teach general English, business one, and English for specific purposes. Needless to say that there is an online way of studying. It means you can work simultaneously. Obviously, this is one of the most respected and requested certificates around the world. As we mentioned, there are some strict requirements to teach English abroad. Fortunately, it doesn't relate to all countries. Whereas some countries are waiting for native speakers to hire, the rest of them are ready to welcome even non-degree holders and non-native English speakers. And you should take into account some countries where a work visa has nothing to do with your education. There are the best countries which provide decent work conditions and benefits to English teachers. Cambodia seems to be perfect because it provides so many opportunities to English teachers. Here you can earn something between $500 and $2,000 a month depending on your skills and qualification. Also be attentive that here you can put money by because of the low cost of living. And tropical climate, historical heritage, and friendly population will persuade you to stay here for a long time. There is high demand for English teachers in Russia because almost every person there is interested in learning English, and that's why there are so many opportunities where to work. You can teach professionals in international companies or you can have individual classes, so that's your choice. And you can earn something between $900 and $1,500 a month, whereas your accommodation might be included in your contract. As long as the popularity of online education is growing, we have a chance to work remotely. And that's why it's easy to start because everything that you need is a powerful laptop, stable internet connection, and headphones. By the way, requirements to teach English online may change from school to school, and that's why it's so important to stand out of a crowd, especially for non-degree holders. You can apply for a job in Cambly because this platform provides high-quality service to learn spoken English to people around the world. So you can earn here something about $10 an hour, and also you don't need to check home tasks or make lesson plans. Give it a try in a nice talk tutors because there are not so many requirements and you have a chance to get international practice working with teenagers or adults from China. Also, you need either a TEFL certificate or a 1 year of working experience. You can earn something about $10 an hour and have your own schedule. As we found out, there are a lot of opportunities to get a job even without a degree. Truth be told, a lack of education isn't an advantage. However, if you keep the focus on your merits, you will be able to offset some drawbacks. Teaching experience and the ability to identify students' problems is way more important than a major. Also, it's significant to know some learning approaches in order to teach people receptive and productive skills in English. That's why so many English teachers around the world opt for TEFL TESOL course, and we will be glad to help you to improve your professional skills and become a high qualified English tutor. Don't miss an opportunity to purchase an online TEFL TESOL course at 50% discount. Just go to our website TEFLTESOLcertification.com to check everything. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you found it useful and valuable, and now you understand that lack of education isn't a problem to get a job. Also, if you have any questions, let us know in the comments below and we will be glad to answer. Thank you so much for watching this video and I'll see you the next time. Have a good day.